Spyderco Manix 2, all black. That is a sweet knife. I love it. What I don't like about the Manix 2 are the scales. But that's an easy fix. I have a good solution. I have these camouflage G10 looking scales. They're not traditional camouflage print, but they're pretty close to mimicking. That's what they marketed them as. So let's change these. Let me get a little blue towel so it's easier to see. Okay, what I do first is loosen all the screws before I try and take them off. Even though there's only 3 screws on this, you still don't want to lose one or lose track of where they go. And I only do one side at a time. Okay, now there's only 3 screws holding this scale on because this lanyard hole is flared out, and it, with compression, it's holding this scale on the back. So if you pop it over the ball lock and you just kind of work it off. Now let's put the new scale on. They are a little tight to get on there, but that's what holds the knife together. And once it gets all screwed together, the G10 is so rigid that's holding to the liner that it will all stay together. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do this and film. Did you hear that little click? Whenever you work with these screws, or metal on metal screws, I'm always really careful not to strip them. So I reverse the screw until you hear a little click of the threads lining up, and you'll see a little pop. You'll see it drop. Right there. And then I don't tighten it all the way, because we want to make sure that things don't line up perfectly. If they don't, we have to move this scale a little bit. Same thing with this pivot screw. Okay, so roughly it's together. Tighten it a little bit, tighten it a little here. Okay, now let's do this other side. Start by loosening the pocket clip screws. I like the pocket clip on this knife. A lot of people think that the knife sits too high, and you can get aftermarket deep carry clips. I don't really see the need. The knife is it's not huge, but it's not small, and it weighs enough that I've never had a problem with it working its way out of my pocket. So I just leave it. I like the look of it. Pivot screw, scales, the screws that are holding the scales on. I don't know why they're always so hard to get out. They're unthreaded. They just kind of sit in there. Maybe it's because the tolerances are high in its quality. There. Okay, so simple, same thing. Just work that side off. Get it off of that lanyard tube. New scale. Pop it on together. And just put it back together. It is not a hard modification change for this knife. Especially for what you get out of it after. That's not wanting to line up. There. Especially after how much better this is going to look. totally worth it. Okay, now put this pocket clip back. They do a really good job making these scales, whoever made them, because I've used these before. But they're never 100% perfect. You always have to kind of shift it a little bit. So that's why I like to put all the screws in and get them started before you crank it down. After I get this all together, when it's all together and functioning the way I want it, I will go through and take it apart. I won't take it apart, I'll take one screw out at a time and lock tight each screw. I like the green Loctite. I don't think it's as strong as others, but it always seems to be able to release easier. And I hate stripping the screws out, and I hate having to really force them. So, and I haven't had a problem with it. Most people use blue. That's what comes on it. What Spyderco has used when they assemble it. We are almost there. The blade centering is good. It's fast. And that's pretty sweet. What does that remind me of? Look at that. Now I have twins. Manix 2, Paramilitary 2, Black Blades Camo Scales. Sweet. Now, I wonder if we had a special guest today again. Oh, we did. Scarlett. Scarlett! You hanging out? You having fun? Okay, thanks for watching. Keep watching.